Hi everyone, I'm Marian. I'm one of the digital librarians at Kingston Libraries. And today is the first episode of a series that I'm going to try to do where I present you 5 apps on a theme, on a topic every time. So today it's going to be 5 apps to use with your kids. And I'll do a live stream once or twice a week to present you 5 apps every time. So next week I think I'm going to do apps to help you manage your health. I'm going to do things around creativity as well. So yeah, just stay tuned. Have a look at our Facebook page to see when the next one will be. Yeah, so today it's going to be 5 apps to use with your kids. I found 5 very cool apps that I kind of enjoy using myself. Yeah, I think we're just going to start. So you can see my very professional setup. Here we go. Sorry for that. It's not the best installation. Here we go. So just going to put in my code so you don't see it. Yes. So hope you're seeing okay. The first app I'm going to show you is called NeverEffect. So I found this app a while ago and I find it absolutely amazing. So NeverEffect, what it does is so you have tons of books. So the books are not in the app. You actually need the physical or digital version of the book with you. So if you manage to grab a few books before the library closed, or if you have children's book at home, you will be able to use it quite easily. So you really have lots of things. You can also look at our digital offer, see if there's any ebooks available. And what it does is, I'm going to show you an example with Giraffes Can Dance. What it does is it listen to you read the book, and it will launch sound effects at the right time when you read the book. So what's really good with that is you can stop talking, stop reading the book to talk to your kid, to, I don't know, answer the phone, something like that. It will not launch the next sound effect until you say the right word. So I'm going to show you a little bit of an example. Please excuse my terrible English accent. So I have the book with me. Here you go. So I'm just going to put the sound louder so you can hear. So, Gerald was a tall giraffe whose neck was long and slim, but his knees were awfully crooked and his legs were rather thin. He was very good at standing still and munching shoots of trees, but when he tried to run around, he buckled at the knees. Now, every year in Africa, they hold the jungle dance, where every single animal turns up to skip and prance. And this year, when the day arrived, poor Gerard felt so sad, because when it came to dancing, he was really, really bad. The warthog started waltzing, and the rhino rock and rolled. The lion danced a tango that was elegant and bold. So I'm not going to read the whole book for obvious copyright reasons, but as you see, it just listens to what you say and just launches the sound effect at the right time. And I think that's a great way for a kid to be completely immersed in a story and really enjoy it. So yeah, here we go. That's NeverEffect. It's available for free on iOS and Android. All the apps I'm going to talk about are available on iOS and Android, so you won't have any trouble finding them. They're all free except one, but I will let you know when that's the case. Okay, then I'm going to show you. So that's what. Yeah, the first app was NeverEffect. You have really all the classics. It's really, really fun to use. Honestly, even for me, I really enjoy a lot using this app. Here you go. So the second one I would like to show you is called Scratch Junior. So this one you do need to have a little look around before you use it with your kids, because it's not, well, it's made to be easy to use, but maybe you need to have a closer look. So Squad Junior is an app that has been developed to help kids understand coding and understand the logic behind coding. So, well, let's take the one I already started. So basically, yeah, you have little characters. You can add them. Let's put a little elephant. Elephants are cool. So, oh, this elephant is too big. So what I do is I'm going to say when this when I start the game, really, basically. So I'm going to tell him to put it here. I want him to become really small, so I'm just going to use a different. Oh, you know what? When I tap on the elephant, I want it to become smaller, so I'm just going to use. I want it to become smaller by 5. Here you go. So I had animated my cat. And when the elephant has finished, become smaller, I want him to say something. So I want him to say, welcome to the library. Took to the library. Yay. Okay. So here you go. So you can create your own little game. You can create your own animated stories. You can really do lots of fun things with this app. There's a little bit of a learning curve. I mean, that's why it's been made. So yeah, you can learn how to code. So this app is I don't have my notes with me because I don't know where they are, but I will share a document with like a recap of all the apps and the age appropriate groups for each of them. So yeah, Squad Junior, learn to code, super easy, super cool. Another app, so this one is the only paying app. Ooh. It's called Teach Your Monster to Read. So I'm just going to, oh no, that's not what I wanted to do. And it's been developed basically for the first 2 years of your child learning how to read. And basically your child will teach a monster to read, which is the title of the app. And how it works is there's a lot of...
is very happy now. She's going to give you another game to play. Your friend has told your monster he can find the words
cat, jam, chick
in these games. Let's play.
Okay, so basically you're going to have to play mini games that have to do with sounds. Oh, I'm speaking.
Cat.
Yeah, so you will have to so here you have to spell the word cat. So you would have to have to deal with like sounds, words, etc. So it's also a little bit of a memory game. So sorry, I didn't listen to the instructions, so I don't really know what I need to do. But really, basically, you will have tons of little mini games around sounds, around words. And that's just to help your kid learn how to read. And I really find it interesting because the role kind of reverse, because your kid becomes a teacher to the monster. So it's a whole different dynamic, and I find it really, and it's really cute. Look at that. It's super cute. So that was Teach Your Monster How to Read. Another app that I actually really enjoy as an adult, as a 30 years old adult, is called Little Alchemy. So basically in Little Alchemy you start with 4 elements. So I don't know if you see very well. You have air, earth, fire, water. And what you'll have to do is just mix these different elements together. So for instance, let's see, if we mix earth and water, what do we have? So you just drag the elements, and you have mud. That makes sense if you mix earth well, I mean, yeah, dirt and water, you will have mud. And what happens if we add fire to that? You have a brick. And basically, you need to find 580 elements. So it will go to, so you will have, because you can find energy, and with energy, you can do lots of things. Yeah, energy and water make steam. Hair and, I don't know, can hair and mud make something? No, it doesn't. Hair and earth, probably dust. So yeah, so you will have to mix things between them a lot. And little by little we'll find all of the elements. And it's really, really fun because it's not a very scientific game in the sense of sometimes you have like kind of shortcuts between two elements to make things. But it's still a very good way to use like your instinct to mix the different elements, and it's honestly really, really cool. So that's Little Alchemy. So this one is much more a game than like a learning app. And the last app I want to show you today is actually one of my favorite ever. It's called Quiver. And what this one does, so for this one you need to have a printer at home, so if you don't have one, I'm sorry, it will be very difficult to use it. But let me show you. So basically you need to print some coloring sheets that are available on the website. So these are, here are some that I haven't colored, but you have some pirates, some animals as well. I'm just going to show you two colorings. So most of them are free. Some of them are paying packs, but you really have a lot to do with the free ones. So what I'm going to do, it's going to be a little bit of an exercise. I'm going to take my phone to show you on the tablet. It's yeah. So the first one I wanted to show you is this beautiful parrot that I colored myself. You see, I have skills in coloring. So what is going to happen is I'm just going to move things around. Take my phone. Sorry. So yeah, so here I have my coloring. Here I have my tablet, and when I just click here on this button, I just need to try to have the image in my tablet. Hello. So obviously if I have to tap on the app, it's a little bit complicated with my two hands. Obviously it will not work when I'm trying to show. Oh yes, here we go. And yeah, here you go. So it will bring your coloring into 3D. So you see here I have my coloring, here I have my tablet, and my parrot is here exactly as I colored it. So if I click on it, here it's flying over the Amazonian jungle. So yeah, obviously you see that it's not the case in real life, but so as you can see, it's been using the same colors that I used on my coloring, even though like the little horrible green spots there here. So yeah, basically what it does, it just brings your kids' coloring sheet to life. And I find that really, really cool. So I'm just going to show you another one. That was a parrot. And I have here my little funky machine fire, what do you call that? Firefighter truck. Here you go. If you look with the app, here you go. So it's a little bit hard to show you, but you can use, you can actually move the, I'm going to try it. So you see, you can move the ladder, you can spray water to stop a fire and everything. So yeah, I really, really like this app. I find it really amazing. I just showed you two colorings today, but you have tons of them. So yeah, and as you see, it still used the colors I used on my coloring sheet. So yeah, I think it will be all for today. I hope you found that useful. Oh, you see my cat in the background. I hope you found that useful and that you will use the apps with your kids. I'm going to share a little infographics with a recap of the 5 apps I showed you today. And yeah, I hope you have a wonderful week. Just as a reminder, I don't know if you saw that, but my wonderful colleague Giselle did a live stream on how to deal with anxiety and depression during the lockdown. If you need it, just go on our Facebook page and watch it. It's really, really good. And she's going to do other videos in the next weeks. So yeah, just stay tuned and look at our program of online events, and see you soon for new adventures.